Yet another winner from DC Finest, horror. I'm actually really enjoying these genre books they're bringing out. I just love it. The science fiction one was great. This one is the horror one. And you've got Conway, Wolfman, Toth, Wrightson. Absolutely brilliant. Really at the top of their game. There's some really great artwork. There's a lovely bit of Gil Kane and Neal Adams that I just absolutely love. On the back, you can see the blend of stories there. You've got House of Mystery, House of Secrets. You've got Unexpected, Witching Hour. You've also got, I think there's what, even from The Phantom Stranger, there's a lot. Devil's Doorway collects House of Secrets, House of Mystery, The Witching Hour, Unexpected, as well as Phantom Stranger, all published between May 1969 and April 1970. So you've got a year's worth of absolute classics in this book. I think it's just absolutely brilliant. 560 pages. This book costs $39.99. I'll get that right. Now, I paid £20 or so. I bought mine from Books Etc. And there's copies still there, so check that out there. Now, obviously, other sites are available as well. And straight away you can see, look at that, just absolute classic Neal Adams collection cover artist, it says there. And table of contents is impressive because there's obviously lots of these with quite short stories. And you've got so many different artists. And the thing about some of these, Vince Colletta, lots of people obviously have criticisms of Vince Colletta, obviously with his Kirby work. But I think there's some really good Vince Colletta inking in this to things like people like Alex Toth, who I love, but it looks really good. Absolutely fine. I think it's just, and there's just looking through here, there's quite a lot of Vince Colletta, as well as, of course, Toth, one of my favourites, and many, many Gil Kane, of course. It's got the covers. Now, I don't know if it includes the covers for all of them. I assume it does, but it's got so many different stories. And of course, like you got this one here that looks like a bit of good old Wally Wood. Let's just go to the first one. Yes, Gil Kane. Gil Kane and Wally Wood. I say Gil Kane doesn't turn up vast amount, but there's some great bits of Gil Kane. I know I love Gil Kane's work. Of course, you've got Cain and Abel, of course. You've also got other characters turning up as well. You've got the witches, etc. And also you've got some lovely humorous bits. I mean, this book is just full of some great little stories. Now, some of the stories fall down pretty badly at the end. They often fall into the same sort of thing. You go, oh, yes, really. And I have the same problem sometimes with watching Jallos and horror films as well from various things. But it's also got stories as well. But they're still great. I still absolutely love them. You've got here Kane's True Case Files. They've included a lot of, it's not just the main stories. And now, I was just in a review of Moon Girl, and so mentioned it would be nice if they put the artist's name at the bottom. Perhaps other people might not like that, but sometimes I think when I'm going through this, it is nice to think, ooh, it sort of gives a bit of detail, maybe the date, especially just down the bottom. Maybe people would find that as a distraction. I don't know, but personally, for myself, I would love to see that. Fear, Tunnel of Love. And that one's got Kurt Swain pencils and Death of a Witch. And I say you've got lots of Berni Wrightson as well, all the way through this. Just full of some really crackingly good stories. I love this one. This is just great. Alex Toth. Any Alex Toth is always welcome. Just brilliant. I think they're bringing a book out of a collection of his. I think that was the case. Haven't seen any more about that. But there's some more artwork. And like I say, it's from different issues. different issues. So you've got here the Witching Hour. Now, some of these, of course, there were collections out before. House of Secrets, there was the various omnibuses, but I'm quite certain that some of these have not been reprinted that often. So you've got here a lovely ghost story, which you can work it out. You can work out the story, who the ghost is, who isn't the ghost. It's been done quite a few times. This one is brilliant. I love this one. Love a good old sailing one. Very few stories about sailing. I thought when I first thought it was good. But it's great. Just really, really good. Now, there's, of course, no superheroes. So if you're coming to looking for superheroes, it's not. But this, just full of some great stuff. I would love to see the Marvel Epic collections being done the same as well. I don't know why. Why don't they bring out a horror epic? They've brought out a couple of horror omnibuses, but they've got so many horror stories or mystery stories or whatever you want to call them, chillers, thrillers, etc. But they never get printed again. And they've got those collections from Tales of Suspense, all those sort of ones, all the magazines, also ones from now there is, of course, the Lost Marvels. That started well with Tower of Shadows, etc. So, and you've got obviously just story after story. Let's just end it there. I think this is just one brilliant. If you love your horror, now, are any of the stories going to send you raw? No. And just before I finish, got this one, of course, some reprints and things in this. This is a great one as well. I love the 100-page ones. No, the stories are not that chilling, but I still think the artwork you've got all the way through, just virtually all of the top artists of the 60s and 70s are in this and in DC ones, and they're just brilliant. And also, there's a lot of fun and humour all the way through it as well. So you're going to pick this one up? Have you already got it? I'm certain you probably already got it. I did actually pick this up a bit later than usual. Don't know why. Just seemed to take a lot longer to go through the system, but still finally got it, and I'm really glad I've got it. And again, please, DC, keep bringing out these genre ones. I think some more horror ones. Obviously, it'd be lovely to see all the horror stories all the way from 50s, 60s, and 70s, and obviously probably not many from the 40s, I suspect, but all the ones from the 70s and 80s. There must be a massive selection to go through, and I am looking forward to a yearly volume of these, definitely. I mean, maybe they come out each and every year. Obviously going to be covered 20 or 30 years. Maybe I might be actually featured as one of the characters in that by that time, but still, who knows? Brilliant book. I love it. You can pick it up from all the usual places. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Are you happy with this? Are you looking forward to all the next ones? There's lots of great stuff. Now, there's a bit of a gap of ones that perhaps I'm going to get the Spectre one. I'm looking forward to that one. But there's a few other ones I'm not so interested. There's also Static as well. There's a few that I'm thinking about. Bye.